Hey there, and welcome to Real Brides. This is the podcast where we sit down with recently married brides to talk all things wedding, with real advice from brides who have been there, done that, and want to help you do it better. I'm Rosanna with Shotwell Productions, New Jersey's highest rated photography and videography company. Let's dive in. Hello, and thank you for coming on our podcast, Shelby and Jetil.
Right.
So let's get into it. So normally when we get inquiries, it's usually the bride that reaches out to us. But in this case, it was the groom-to-be, which is pretty surprising most of the time. I would say 99.7% of the time, it's the bride. But this time it was Jetil, and he knew exactly what he wanted. And I felt like you really planned everything. Like, how did this all come about?
So, I mean, she's the idea person. I'm the planner. Like, even when it's like vacations, it's like, I want to be on an island and I have to figure out the rest.
Yeah.
So, like, the wedding was essentially the same way. So, like, the little background is I'm a financial planner, like, by my career. So, like, I'm always working with clients, different fund companies, stocks. So, like, this was kind of like the same thing to me.
Makes
So,
sense.
it was like second nature. So, for me, it was just like, you know what? Like, I'll let her pick the ideas and what she needs, and then I'll kind of plan everything out from there. And it kind of worked out for the most part.
Now, you talked that you're a financial planner. So it was like, I know you had like 2 big weddings. So is budget a big factor for you?
Budget was definitely a factor, but like thankfully, you know, we were in the position where we could be flexible and kind of definitely get what we wanted for the most part. So, you know, we definitely had a budget, but it was like, I think literally I got calls like 4 or 5 times. She's like, "Oh, babe, I found a dress. It was like triple the budget, but like I really like it." And I'm like, "All right, like what am I going to do at this point? Tell you not to get your dream dress?" Like, yeah, it's like, all right. So like there was flexibility, but it was like, you know, let's try to stick to what we really want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think for us, you know, the idea was to throw a really good party.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, what makes us great is I think we also we have a lot of the same visions and the same like wants. So we knew exactly what we wanted to do for the wedding. So we agreed that we wanted like so much food that people got sick of it, so much alcohol, you know, to soak up all the food and just have a really good DJ, entertainment, all of that. And then obviously photography, videography. You know, one thing I do feel like I tell people that I feel like the photography and even doing the video really is worth it because I make him watch the video at like once a month. I'm obsessed with our wedding video.
But it's like, that's where like, you know, I have like a lot of clients get married. I have a lot of friends who are getting married and they're like, you know, how did you budget it? And I'm like, honestly, the biggest things were photo video for us was very big because like, this is not something you eventually are going to do again, right? Hopefully. Yeah. So I'm like, these are keepsakes forever. And then I'm like, the DJ is super important. And then like food and alcohol, like that's the big 3. And we were like, you know, like if we had to spend money on something, it was definitely those 3 things that we were really focused on. Because like, look, end of the day, like people don't really remember the centerpieces. They don't really care about the forks and knives, but they always remember the food, the music, and the photos.
Yeah. So we like sat down and with kind of said, okay, well, you know, if we're going to go all out on this, like centerpieces, we actually found someone that was amazing and worked within our budget. We got pretty much what we wanted. She was amazing. So I guess that would be another thing. Don't be afraid to kind of go around and, you know, find people that you really vibe with and that understand your vision as well. So, because at the end of the day, if they don't, I don't think it's going to be what you want at the end.
And that was a big thing with you guys. Like I love Bobby for that was simply because like he kind of understood where we came from and how we were because we're not the couple that could sit and pose. Like we just don't know how to do that. We're like very like in the moment. So like he was very great at grabbing those in the moment photos where like he was there but not there at the same time.
Yeah.
So like like we got the photos and we're like, when did he even take this and how did he get up there? So like it was like amazing to see,
Yeah, my
but
brother
it was
was
like
saying he was seeing them. He's like they were on the floor, like doing these crazy poses to get the shot, and I'm like, where were they? I had no idea this was going on.
Just little ninjas capturing and
yeah,
stealing all
Yeah,
the
so
moments.
they did a phenomenal job of just really being like, I guess, what, seen but not heard, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah, or not seen. I don't know.
I would
yeah.
love that. That's perfect. So that you guys really felt like you got to enjoy your day because you made like your top three choices where you had full trust in them and things like
Yeah, and the
that.
venue too. They were just amazing. Again, they did so much. They I think without that we would have been so stressed.
Yeah, and then the one thing I also recommend is like even if like so we got lucky where like our venue was on a little bit of a higher end and they gave us a planner because of it, but like get a planner.
Yeah.
Like it saved us so much time on the little things and like we didn't have to worry about like the like what cutlery is going to be put out and how it's like it just we had the planner to take care of all
Yeah, they
those
make all the little
things and I'm like
decisions.
just you know me like go there and then we got super lucky. The planner just ended up someone I knew from middle school.
Mhm.
So like I've known her for a year. So it just so happened where like she knew me. And it was just like, okay, like I kind of get your vision already, and it just made it 10 times easier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm getting the feeling that you guys are just like the stars aligned, literally.
Yeah, no, really.
Yeah.
Really.
But she ended up going into labor 2 days before our wedding.
Yeah, so
We had to get someone new out of the flu. So but listen, it happens.
yeah, it worked out great.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And your wedding was at the Palace of Somerset
Yep.
in New Jersey. And, as a wedding photographer myself, in New Jersey, I just thought weddings were like big, like full, like 5 walls of food for cocktail hour, huge plates for
Yeah.
for dinner. I thought that was everywhere, and I was so mistaken. Like nobody does weddings like Jersey. They go
Yeah.
big.
Yes, and it's the only day that you're going to get with all of those people that are just there to support you guys and have a good time and want you guys to have a good time. So it's a blessing,
Yeah,
really.
definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
And how many people did you have at your American wedding at the Palace?
I think it was
About-
202. Like it was like right at 200, like plus or minus a few.
That's a lot
Last
of people.
second. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's a lot of food too.
Yeah. And everyone enjoyed the food. No one said they left hungry. So we did something right.
Like we
Yeah.
achieved what we came out for.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely.
So you said you had a DJ, correct?
Mhm.
How do you feel like the DJ was? Do you feel? I know that you mentioned it was one of like your big three, right? The
Right.
DJ was super important. Do you feel like they delivered?
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely wanted to set a vibe where it was just like a party. Like so like our entire theme of the wedding was super sexy, elegant,
Mhm.
where it was
Classy.
like so when you walked in, it was all like roses threw up everywhere
Yeah.
and candles threw up everywhere.
Yeah.
So like we went from that to like just straight up party, and they
Mhm.
did that very well where they had like a pianist in the beginning and then it was very soft music.
Yeah. During
And then
cocktail hour.
and then it just trends into like you just were at a club and you were having the time of your life.
Yeah, and we're millennials through and through.
Yeah.
So we said millennial music all the way. And I don't think
Yeah,
I don't think anyone was
We
disappointed in
definitely
the music.
vetoed like some Taylor Swift. We vetoed some music.
Yeah,
that we were like,
none of the
we didn't want.
cha-cha, none of
Like
that.
none of the
Yeah.
cha-cha slide and all. We're
Did
like,
we
no,
get
no.
a little like bye 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 in there?
We did.
Probably,
We
yeah.
kept it to early 2000s and like some more modern stuff. But it was
Yeah.
like very much like a millennial.
And you got your prestigious robot man.
Yeah,
You got
the robot man.
Yeah.
Robot man. Tell me more about this robot man.
So it was like something like we didn't really tell anyone about this other than like me
This
and
was
her.
his big hurrah surprise. He couldn't wait for this thing.
So
He
like
couldn't wait.
my close
He had a
friends
vision.
are all like the party type guys. Like we all like, that's how we came close and that's how we're still close. Like out of the blue in the middle of the wedding, just when like dessert came on, you know how people start to like settle down a little bit? We had this like giant like 10-foot robot dude come out. And it just
All
hyped up
lights and
everyone. Yep, just full LED robot throwing out balloons and like all these other things everywhere. And it just turned the party right back up, and it was like the timing of it was perfect. The DJ correlated it perfectly. It was fun.
He's very proud of this.
It was a great moment.
Like the thing that you wanted in the wedding. You're like, this is my little
100%.
surge.
Yep.
Yep.
I know, Shelby, we had talked earlier and you were like, I wanted piano. Like I needed to have this piano guy.
Yeah, I was like, I need to have this piano guy. I was so adamant during cocktail hour. You know, I said, we have to set the vibe, right? And I remember we walked in there and I was surprised. I completely forgot we got a piano player.
There's so many little decisions we added on as we went through. And I remember like we walked in, I'm like, when did we get a piano player?
We're like, we got a piano player. We go, when did we get like an ice luge with her
Yeah.
name on it?
We're like, and then they're like, you guys ordered it. I'm like, did we? And they're like, yeah, where did we put this? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, we just, because you just get so caught up and I think you're just like, yeah, whatever at that point, you know? And then you get there and you're just like, oh my gosh, like this is a lot. Like this is actually a lot.
A lot.
But everyone
had a good time.
Had a good time. They were doing shots off the ice luge. You know, people said they love the piano player. So at the end of the day, I mean, every decision was.
We had like an espresso martini bar.
Yeah.
Whiskey bar. So like, we made sure alcohol was flowing.
Because
So-
also too, if you think about it, right, the more alcohol you have, the better the time. So even if we didn't have those things, I think people really would just have a great time no matter what, because it was just, you know, so much alcohol there.
Well planned.
Yeah.
We did a good job on that one.
You were like, you literally, this is what you do. This is your life, your livelihood.
Yeah.
It is. And then like I knew like all the payments were coming in. So like I remember
Mhm.
I was calling you guys and other people. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna make a payment today.
Yeah.
Like I was gonna make a prepayment. So like that way, like 30 days before the wedding, I wasn't getting hit with like everything. So like we did a really good job on that where we were like really like prepaying things before they even were due.
Yeah.
So like by the time it came up, we had to pay like small add-on stuff. So like
Perfect.
the financing part was just like I'll take credit to that one. Like
You take that.
Finance your own wedding. You're like, yep, we got it.
pretty much.
A lot of people know that like they don't know what they're doing, like as a couple, right? You know, this is most likely the first time you're doing something like this. You know, there's always stuff in fine print. So luckily, you know, Jatil with his background too, just knowing like, oh, okay, this doesn't make sense. So let me call and ask questions and be like, what is this for exactly? You know, and keep track of what you're paying for, how much, all of that, because again, you don't know when you're going to have conversations with the vendors.
We've had people, we've had the postal service lose money in the mail. Like someone mailed us a check. Like, did you get our check? And we're like, when did you send that? They're like, a month ago.
Yeah.
We're like, no.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot, like the day of it, it's a lot of fun. It really is. But getting there, it's a journey.
So I want to thank you guys so much for being part of our podcast. It's been a pleasure. And we will see you guys at the next one.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is it for this episode of Real Brides. If you found something helpful, make sure to follow, subscribe, or share it with someone who is planning their I do. We have new episodes every week packed with more real talk from real brides. No filters, just facts. Thanks for listening and happy planning.